I'm so glad to welcome you here, my dear friend. This is a place where you can leave your worries behind and sink into the warmth of gentle, heartwarming stories. So, make yourself a delicious, cozy drink, find a comfortable spot, and let's begin our first story. Don't talk about coincidences. Chapter 1: The Day That Wouldn't End. The last 15 minutes of her shift always felt endless. Molly wiped down the counter for the 10th time, even though there wasn't a single crumb left. In the café Lune, which meant moon in French, the air was thick with the smell of coffee, caramel, and fatigue. She'd been working here for almost a year, and by now everything had blended into one gray loop. The same orders, the same faces, the same tired requests. One latte, not too hot, with almond milk, if you still have any. The coffee machine hissed like an old train. It was warm inside, raining outside, and Molly felt like life itself was quietly passing her by. When the clock struck 7:45, she almost believed the day would end peacefully. And that's exactly when the coffee machine made a horrible screech and died. Seriously? She breathed out. Foam spilled over the edge. A customer clicked his tongue in irritation. Someone else asked loudly when their drink would finally be ready. Someone dropped a sugar jar, and someone laughed from the corner. Molly sighed, wiped her hands, pressed the button again. Nothing. Perfect, she thought. Let everything fall apart tonight. It'll match the theme. A few seconds after that sarcastic thought, the machine sputtered back to life. She managed to make one almond latte and hand it to the grumpy man. But the victory didn't last long. The machine gave one final hiss and quit for good. The tears came suddenly, without permission. Not a breakdown, just quiet, exhausted tears she didn't even bother to wipe away. She had to announce technical issues and close the cafe early. When the last customers left, Molly turned off the lights, wiped the counter, locked the door, and flipped the sign to closed. Her phone buzzed. A message from Louise.
How is the revenue today? Did the grumpy old man show up again? Want a call?
Molly hit call.
Hey!
Louise's voice sounded cheerful, almost too much.
How's our coffee machine heroine doing?
Tired. And so is the machine, Molly answered flatly.
Did you see the new schedule? I put you on Monday morning. That okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Are you all right?
Just tired.
Maybe lunch on Sunday? Get out of the house a bit.
I'll see. Not sure.
All right, I won't bug you. Rest. I'll stop by tomorrow.
Louise was the cafe manager, the complete opposite of Molly. Everything about her worked on the first try. Always in control, always in a good mood. Sometimes so good it made Molly want to roll her eyes. Still, they got along well. Molly ended the call, slipped the phone into her pocket, and stepped outside. The street smelled of wet asphalt and Parisian autumn. The cool air stung a little in her throat. She pulled her scarf higher and headed toward the metro. Her way home went past the bakery and the newspaper stand with its vintage magazines. The phone buzzed again. It was Mom.
How was your day? Want to talk?
Molly stared at the screen for a moment, then typed, "All good, Mom. Just tired. Going to bed early." Her finger hovered over send, then she pressed it anyway. Only a few minutes left to home. She walked through the narrow courtyard, just as someone turned the corner, fast. A tall guy in a hoodie carrying a grocery bag. They nearly collided. The bag dropped. Apples rolled across the pavement. "Watch where you're going." It came out sharper than she meant.
I'm sorry.
He crouched to pick up the apples.
I really didn't see you.
"Sure you didn't," she muttered. He looked up, calm, not defensive.
Rough day?
"What are you, a therapist?" Molly shot back. He smiled faintly, didn't answer.
No, just guessing.
She brushed past him toward her building. Even as she turned the key in the door, she could still feel his slightly confused gaze behind her. Inside, the silence felt too loud. She put the kettle on, changed into soft clothes, washed off her makeup, and the day. While the water boiled, Molly opened her laptop to check her schedule. She crossed out her upcoming shifts with a pen. So, I'm working with Nico tomorrow, Wednesday and Friday. Thursday solo. Great. Thursday's going to be fun. The tea tasted unusually good tonight, maybe because the day had been so terrible. After a few minutes at her desk, she closed the laptop, turned off the lamp, and crawled into bed. She had her little fall-asleep ritual, listening to random podcasts before drifting off. Do you have one? If not, maybe it's time to start. Tonight, the algorithm offered an episode called How to Invite Good Things into Your Life. Molly grimaced. Oh, great. Another pep talk about positive thinking. But she pressed play anyway. The narrator's voice was calm, slow, hypnotic.
Sometimes the day doesn't go the way you wanted. Sometimes that's exactly what opens the door for change. It all starts with one thing, your thoughts. If you can't change the situation, change your perspective.
Molly stared at the ceiling. Yeah, easy for you to say, she mumbled. How do I change my perspective on a broken coffee machine? Fix it with my mind? Her sarcastic thoughts faded one by one until her eyelids grew heavy. The quiet voice in her headphones kept talking for a few more seconds, then melted into silence. And that's where we'll stop for today, but the story is just beginning. And for now, a little practice for you, dear listener. If you've had a bad day today, try to simply pause when you feel irritated or drained. Don't force yourself to think positive. Instead, ask yourself, what exactly is making me feel tense, upset, or tired right now? What's behind it? Lack of rest, loneliness, stress. Write down no more than 3 thoughts that bothered you today, and then 3 small things that, despite it all, were still good. This way, you'll see that even in an imperfect day, there's always a little bit of light hiding somewhere. Quote of the day, keep your face always toward the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. Walt Whitman. P.S. And if your day was wonderful, your smile is already enough. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. More quiet, heartwarming stories are waiting for you. And maybe one of them will find you at the right moment.